Alright, welcome to my channel. Today is about JS animation image, whereby we are using JavaScript to make sure that a particular picture can animate itself. So right here I have a folder called JS animation image. Alright, so let's start very quickly. So we have this image folder and we have a JS folder. So inside the image folder I have a picture, a JPEG picture. Alright, so what I'll do now is I'll open this folder right inside Sublime Text. That's the main folder now. So Sublime Text, very quickly. So file, open folder, very quickly. Then we select desktop, animation image, and select folder. Alright, so now I want to create the index page. So right click, new file, call this index.html, Ctrl S to save. Then click on save, just like that. So we have the HTML now. So now let's create our JavaScript file very quickly. So right click on the JS, new file, script.js, save, and that's a JavaScript file just like that. Okay, so the next thing I want us to do now is let's try to bring in the image right here from the image folder. So we have an image img image area, so /a.jpg, give it a width of let's say maybe 140px, then a height of let's say 80px. So save, then we can right click and open in browser. Let's see what we have. Alright, here we go. So this is our image already coming out so quickly. So what I'll do now is I need two buttons down here. So go back to the Sublime Text, and inside this area I'll need to have a p tag, because then I'll call in two button tag rather. So two button tag, this will be called play, while the other will be called pause. So save, you can go back to the browser, refresh the browser, and let's see, those are the two buttons we have. So the idea about this project that we are about to do on JavaScript is to make sure that once I click on play, it's going to play. Once I click on pause, it's going to pause. Alright, so play will make the image move towards the right hand side, while pause will pause the image. So let's go back to where we are. So right now we can start very quickly. So right inside the JS, I want to collect this image through the ID. So I'll say ID equals image1. Alright, so I will get the image from the document through the JavaScript. So now let's create very quickly. Let's do some stuff. So let's create two variables. So equals none. Alright, equals none. Alright, then also variable animate equals none. Now null simply means an empty value. That's the meaning of null. It means an empty value. So the next thing now, we need a function called image. Alright, so now right inside here we can use this img variable, which is a container that is empty now, to collect the image. So right here I'll say image equals document dot get element by id. Then what is ID name? Remember, the ID name here is image1, so call it as image1. That's the way it is. So that is for that one. So the next thing we need to do now is to give this image a position of relative, that is CSS embedded in JavaScript. So that will say image, that's image of style dot position, okay, equals relative. So relative means the image should just remain where it is in CSS. Then also give it image dot style dot left equals position 0. That's the way it is. Alright, so the next thing we want to do now is we want to activate this image function. And like you know, in every programming language, a function that is not called will not work. But here in JavaScript, I want to make sure that this Windows does not need to refresh, or does not need to be reloaded rather, for this animation to work. So right here I'm going to say window dot unload equals very quickly equals the name of the function. That's the way it is. So that means I am seeing this Windows panel or this browser as a window, so it will keep working all the time as long as the window is open. So the next thing to do now is to make a function. So a function, very quickly. So the function we are about to create now is going to be a function of play. Alright, for it to play, then bring it inside here. So remember what we need to do now. We need to add more width to this one. So right here I'm going to say the img style that was left initially equals to the conversion, okay, of that same img style dot left. Then we'll be adding 10 value to it, then also making it px, that's 10px. So that's the way it is. So what this code means that we are adding 10px to the initial value of 0, and this pass int means it is converting it to a real number, that is become an integer. Pass int, if you have idea of Java, you get some of that. Pass int means become a real number. So the next thing to do now is we are bringing in so when I say img, that will be animate now. So equals set time, that means the time for the movement. The name of our function is play, then 100, so that's less than a second, stuff like that. So the next one now, we need to bring in the pause function. Pause. So function pause is what we need to bring in now. So I'm going to say clear timeout, that means clear out the time. Clear timeout pause, that's going to be animate rather, yes, because animate is simply running the movement. So clear timeout should clear what animate is running. So you save now. Then we need to call these two functions inside the button. So let's see. So go back here now. Then we can call it as onClick. That is when you click once. onClick. Then the name is called play, just the way it is as a function. Then the next one now is onClick pause, just like this. So we save now. So now we can run this program very quickly. So let's go back to the browser and we can try to reload, refresh at the beginning. Okay, then once you click on play, you can, let's see. Alright, we need to call the JavaScript very quickly. So scripts tag, I almost forgot. So src/script.js save. Okay, now let's go back to, now both documents are connected now, so we can go back. So since we've called the JavaScript here, we can switch to the browser and we can reload and click on play. It's playing, click on pause, it's pausing, play, pause. So guys, you can thumbs up on the video, subscribe, share, and make sure you practice and get perfected. Thank you so much. Bye bye.